Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we are going to work with our little Friday freebie, these little boys. And I'm going to work on some things from my journal. I thought what we'd make is some of these. These are just little fold-over envelopes made from scrap paper that I put a piece of book page on the inside where you can journal. And then I've got one of my little Christmas boys on there. And I put one of the Tim Holtz labels there. I got it a little bit crooked, I think. But this would just slide in a pocket, or you could clip it on a page, or clip it around a page, glue it down, let this be a tuck, whatever you want. But we're going to make some different ones. Not all like that. We'll make them in different directions. Now, I cut these little boys out. I haven't cut these out yet, but we may have to cut some of those and use them. And then I'm also going to make a couple of large tags. I've got these two large tags that they're in white, but I want to cover them and make some large tags. And some of these little boys I think would go on there pretty good. Look at that. Yeah. So we'll figure it out, whatever we're going to do. I am going to, what paper am I going to use? And I'm still working on, let's see, I think I'm still working on the last journal that you guys had saw me work on. I think I want to use some of that. And I might have to cut one of my little, I made these in kind of a sepia so you could use them in different ways and they wouldn't all be colored up like this one is. So what I think I will do, I don't want it that wide or that tall. So I think I'm just going to fold it the width that I want. So that right there is about the width. Now this is just printed on regular copy paper. So that's why I definitely will have to put something on the inside, but I was planning on doing that anyway. And then I'm just going to tear this off. Hopefully I can tear it pretty well straight. No guarantees today, no guarantees. And then I think we can actually make two out of this. Yeah. Well, I can't even get to my trimmer. So I'm just going to use this and tear it. One can be short and the other one can be tall, I guess. No, my trimmer is buried deep. I can't even get to it. So that'll be a little one there. That'll be one. Let's go ahead and make one a little bit larger. And I think I might actually use just some of this. And then we could definitely put, that little guy would look good on there. Looks like he's sitting in the snow. And you can make these any size you want. So, you know, it doesn't matter what size mine are. I'm making mine to fit my journal. But you make them to fit your journal. Make them any size that you want. I think we'll work on this one first. And I'm going to put something on the inside. And I've got this old music page that's blank on the back. So I'm going to use that. Yeah, I had the wrong paper in my printer, so I ended up printing some of these just on regular, real cheap, inexpensive paper. And it's very, very thin, so it definitely, I mean, you can see through it, it's so thin. That's what we use just normally in the shop when we're just printing things for us. Just documents for us, we use the cheap stuff. But when I'm printing, you know, things that need to go in a journal or whatever, I usually print really, really thick. Not really, really thick, but it's at least 28 to 32 pound. And this is more like a 24 pound paper. So it's quite a bit. Yeah, you can see the book page through that even. I like that though. And I'm throwing things around today, so if I throw something around that hits the screen, I apologize. I can't hold on to anything for some reason. I told you in my last video the roofers are finished. I have a new roof and I'm so excited. That's like me getting a brand new toy for Christmas. That's my Christmas present to myself, is a new roof that I needed desperately because it was leaking in my bedroom bad. So the guy said that my roof was horrible, but they have put on, I saved my pennies and saved my pennies trying to get enough money to put a roof on. But anyway, it's done now. I would definitely wait till this dries before folding it, because it does usually make a little crease. But I'm going to go ahead and do it now, just because of the video. So that's like a little booklet, and I'm going to round the corners. It's still wet with glue, so I don't know. Well, it's rounded pretty good. And then I like to ink around them, just to make it look a little bit more finished. Now this is going to curl for a little bit, because it's got lots of glue under there, but it'll flatten out when I put it under my books or mat or whatever tonight. It'll flatten out. He looks cute on there, I think. And I may put a little book page behind him. I started to say I'm not going to put book page behind him, but I think he needs just a little bit of something to offset him. So let me grab my scrapbook page here. This is an old oldie but a goodie. Someone asked me when I said something about old book page, they said, well, what's the difference in old book page and regular book page? Because it all looks the same to me on screen. Well, on screen it might look the same. I don't think it does, because I can tell the different fonts, because some of these fonts, like this one, I don't know, we may still have that font, but it's a very, very old. And then the paper feels different. It, you know, some of our paper now feels almost glossy with a slick surface. The paper from old book pages, most of it had rags in it. They had fabric in it. So therefore it felt a lot different. It feels a lot thicker. It's not as easy to tear as the newer book pages are. So, and I just like vintage book pages. I mean, just to think that a page or something that a piece like that you're putting down might be over 100 years old. That's amazing to me. So there is a difference. Sometimes you just have to feel of it to see. I love rag paper. It's hard to get here. I think you can get it overseas pretty easy, like in England and France and Italy, places like that, but around here you don't see it. Our country's not as old as y'all's. I wish it was sometimes, then we could find all that good stuff. Alright, there's our little boy right there, and I'm going to put some kind of label on him. I think I'll try the Tim Holtz. He looks pretty jolly. Let's put this 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. It's too long to go that way, so I'm actually going to cut it. I'm going to cut the end off right here because I don't need all of that. I'll cut this end off. And then, let me get that up before it sticks. Then I'm going to cut it in somewhere close to the middle. 'Tis the Season. And then we'll put To Be Jolly this way. And we'll put 'Tis the Season this way. 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. He is cute, cute. And then there is a little piece that you can put inside the journal, or let's say this was your page, you could wrap it around like this, have a pocket here or a tuck here, and another one on the other page. So I just think they're cute to make, and you can use up those scraps. I know we all have scraps laying around. And you can also just use book page if you want to make some. I think I might. I know I cut those and I'll use them, but this is another scrap, and I think I might put that little baby on that. That baby is so cute. I'm going to have to uncover my cutter. Unbury it. I don't think that's a word, but I just made it one. Unbury it. I told Brendan, he was here this morning working, and when the roofers finished, and I said, well, I have to go by the graveside and talk to Dad. That's what I called Whit, Dad. Talk to Dad and tell him that we got a new roof finally. He had worried about that for about the last 2 years. He had worried about the roof so much. And we had been saving and saving and saving, trying to get up the money to do it. And so I'll have to go by and tell him that we got a new roof. He would have been so excited because he did worry about it. He worried about the leaking, and you know, he worried about black mold and all kinds of things. And the guy said we didn't have any black mold that he's seen, so that's good. It hadn't been leaking that long. It just mainly started last year, but it's been needing a roof longer than just last year. Alright, I'm going to put, this is just the inside cover of a book page, and I'm going to put that inside there. It's pretty thick, so I think it will work well. But yeah, we do go by and talk to him. I know he's not there actually, but it's the last place we've seen him. His regular body anyway. Okay, let's try to get this on where it fits. Oh, that might be a chore. There, maybe that's right. Hopefully. Now I just rub my bone folder over it real hard to make sure that all of that glue spreads out and it all goes out to the edges. Kind of like that green showing around it. I should have done that on purpose because it's got that little bit of green in there. See, I think I'm going to trim this off, and I'm going to use my big trimmer. It's too long to go in my little one. You know what? I think I might leave that green sticking out there. I kind of like it. Now, again, don't do what I do. Don't fold it yet. Wait till it dries. But when you're doing a video, you can't really wait unless you just want to turn it off and go somewhere and do something else. And you know that's not my cup of tea. I don't do that. I like to do it, do the video, and then get it uploaded. Yeah, I like that. And it'll be even better when I get it all glued right. You could also do this with scrapbook paper. You can do this with scrapbook paper too. So, not something you just have to do with scraps or book page or music page. You can do it with all kinds of things. Oh, he's a cutie. Now we could do him, or we could do him. I think I'm going to put this little guy on there. But again, I'm going to put a piece of book page behind him just to kind of separate him from the background, since he's got some of the same colors. And I have lots of little scrap pieces of book page, so. This one is a crop and soil improvement book. Okay, let's see. Don't want it real tall. I think I'm just gonna see how easy this one tears. This one's really crumbly, and this is not a real old one, but the papers, the newer papers of the books, they tend to crumble more than the older ones do. They make them cheaper. I think I'm actually going to tear that crop and soil improvement off of there. I don't really want that showing. So glue that there. And then put him there. That'll be good. Melina is so excited. She has finally got an internet that will upload a video in less than 4 or 5 hours. Their old one just didn't do the job. It was very pitiful. It'd take her 4 to 5 hours just to upload a 40-minute video. And now she can upload a 40-minute video faster than I can. And I think she said like 11 minutes. That's unbelievable. They got that new thing from their power company, so I was proud for them. I said, I may have to come over there and upload my videos now. She used to come over here and upload hers because it took so long at their house, and now I may have to go over there. Nah, mine takes about, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes depending. It's pretty fast, I think. It's fast enough. Alright, what are we going to put on this little guy? He looks like he might be ready for snow, and it's got snow on the background, so let's put Let It Snow. Put it just like that. You've got all sorts of writing room in there. Could even write on the back if you wanted. And then there is him. He's a cutie patootie. Now, I don't think either one of these is tall enough for, I didn't think about tearing those correctly, so I think I'm going to leave those aside, and I'll make those some smaller ones with some smaller images. Let's make one using a piece of this. This is actually some coffee dyed paper from Triple V Vintage, if I'm not mistaken. Triple V Vintage. I'll try to remember to leave her link below, but if I forget, just go to Etsy and type in Triple V Vintage, all one word, and you should be able to find her. Now I'm going to make this one a little bit taller, but I'm not going to make it too tall. That should work for our little guy. Oh yeah. Now I won't have to put anything on the inside of this because you can write on that. So the only thing I'm going to do is round my corners. So if you have some plain paper you want to use to make some out of, that would be good. Or you could just use your coffee dyed regular paper and use stencils and put some color on them and use them that way. Now we want something under him because I don't want to put him just flat down there. Some little something under there. Okay, we're going to use book page again. And then I might use some colored paper too. I don't know. I'll have to get this ready and then I'll see. I think I may use a little piece of this up at the top. I'm just going to hand tear it. It's got some of those little berries in it. And I'm just going to wrap it around, I think. Put that right there. Then I think we'll put that there. I just got my glue book over here to the side. I hate for it to get on screen because it glares. And I know you guys got enough glaring going on there. See, I've got a little glare right there too. I try to keep it covered up. That's the problem with bright lights and mattes. It just, most of the time, doesn't work too great. Alright. Let's put him down. Yeah, and I think I'll put a little label maybe up this way. have to wipe the glue off of him because I got a lot of glue trying not to tear him. He's cute. He's cute. So cute as a button. Oh, let's just do Happy Holidays up the side right here. That will work. So there is another. It's just one way you can use these little guys. I just think they're cute and they will go fantastic in our journal. Alright guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.